The European, the central banks, the national central banks that still exist are in some ways analogous to the Federal Reserve banks, and in some ways have nothing to do with...
No, they have a lot to do on regulation.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a lot to do on regulation.
Sure they do. They're much more powerful,
They ain't gonna
but they're also
disappear.
much more localized. And all the problems
You ask an
mentioned-
Italian bank if they know the Bank of Italy, they do. It's the monkey, it's the bear on the monkey. It's there and inspects and tells you what to do. Now, it's a very important, not a monetary policy, but in regulation, it's a
I'm
big
not
cap.
denying that, but what I'm asking is, you had mentioned this idea you came back to some extent toward the end of this to the banks. And if
Actually, this one talked a little more. I mean, he really emphasized the banks. I had
you were talking
nothing to say for
fiscal-
Joe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he has,
Larry. One more question, I think we have time for. Larry.
Okay, well, I just wanted to respond to Istvan's lament that he wasn't getting enough leadership in Europe. And I would say, be careful what you're hoping for, because there is implicit, I mean, you hardly ever see it challenged, but in the people who would like to see more banking and fiscal integration, implicit, without being proved or discussed, is the idea that this leadership would be good. And given the state of Europe and the differences across those countries, I'm not sure how easily defendable that is. And when I made my joke about Boehner and Reed a little while ago, I mean, I'd be glad to send them over so that they can get Europe started. And so they can see what it's like. And just a little more seriously, it is conceivable that with or without the monetary union, let's take it as the status quo, that Europe actually has gone as far as it needs to go with respect to major integrations, and that's certainly compatible with the 1950s and when the EU first started. There was no political union. It finally evolved into a single economic space, which was what a lot of the fuss was about, and it seems to me monetary union might fit into that. But clearly it might be that there shouldn't be a hell of a lot more. This should be it. And these people who want it to be more may be taking you down a path that Europeans don't want to go.
All right, very good. That's, I think we'll hold it there, and I'll thank you all for coming, and thanks very much for our panelists. This has been a very enlightening discussion. More questions than answers, I suppose, but nonetheless informative. So thanks very much.
Yeah.